Okay, joined by manager Luke Garrard before we welcome Torquay United tomorrow evening. Luke, we'll just quickly touch on Saturday. Have you had a chance to reflect on the performance and the result, and what are your final takeaways from that game?
Takeaways, I felt that we were good value for the point. I think that Eastleigh were dominant in the first half. They had a lot of first contacts, as we suggested to the players, that they're very dominant in terms of aerial duels, whether that's in open play or set plays. And you see that with a lot of their wide free kicks and corners. And I felt we started the second half explosive, and I felt that we were worthy of taking the point minimum. We had the two or three good opportunities through Leon Love and Denon. But I have to say they could have quite easily nicked it late on with Charlie Carter and the ball that flashed across the face of our goal. So when you're playing a 6-pointer, we were successful when we played Southend, with the win when they were in and around us. And thankfully, we didn't lose any ground on Eastleigh on Saturday evening. We've still got the two games in hand on them. And obviously, we're just 2 points behind them. So on reflection, I think it was a positive point.
Yeah, obviously a quick turnaround from Saturday. How has the squad recovered? How are they feeling coming into tomorrow?
There's some hurting bodies, as you can imagine, at this stage of the season. What we now, 38 games. I think, just looking at my calendar there, we've had 7 games in the last 4 weeks. That's a hell of a lot of football. So you're just averaging one every 4 days. With a squad that we've got enough bodies to utilise, and I think we've done that quite well. We've had boys come in today with little niggles. We've done a second-day recovery for them, and we've had obviously a good session with the ones that haven't played as many minutes. I think that's been aiding us in terms of, you look at Eric O'Souza coming back in the building, Coxey not playing recently. I think that shows you the level of what we have achieved in terms of our sessional content. But yeah, for me, the boys are prepped, they're ready, they know how tough the game's going to be against Torquay on Tuesday evening. And yeah, we're looking forward to, hopefully, fingers crossed, getting 3 points.
Yeah, so as you say, we welcome Torquay tomorrow. Currently in a relegation battle. What are you expecting from them tomorrow?
Yeah, look, I watched them against Dagenham and I watched them against Gateshead. I think they were unfortunate to lose against Dagenham. And you see that Frank Newbold, the new signing, goes and scores the goal. Question marks whether it's offside or not in the 90th minute. And then they go and get the sucker punch in terms of the 94th minute against them. I thought they were good value for the win. I thought the conditions down there looked tough. Wind, rain, as it has been once we've been down there. But yeah, I feel for them. I think Gary Johnson's probably the best man to be in the job to get them out of their current situation. He's got unbelievable experience. They're currently second bottom with 31 points. I think it's 8 points off 5th place or 5th from bottom. Yeah, it's suffocating. I've been there. I know what it's like to be in a relegation battle. And I said to the group today, when you're fighting against someone that has nothing to lose, it could go in their favour. We've got a different pressure. We want to get into the playoffs, and that's our pressure. That's an exciting pressure. That should be embraced. The pressure of being in a relegation fight is yeah, like I said, is suffocating. I had that in my first year at the football club, and I had nowhere near as much experience as Gary Johnson, but I remember the emotions that you're going through every game. So no disrespect to them. We need to control what we can control and go about our business. We have our aims come the end of the season, and it's just another game against another league side on Tuesday evening. And we need to ensure that we're right up for the fight, because watching them, they are an offensive side, regardless whether they're third from bottom, third top. They get after teams, and we've seen that in their recent fixtures, and we need to ensure that we're right on it.
Yeah, you've mentioned there that you're in a playoff push and it's exciting pressure. Does the fact that you didn't get the win on Saturday almost add any extra pressure to this game to make it a must win?
Oh, it's not a must win. It's not a must win. We've got 8 games to go. If we put that much sort of pressure on a game to go and win or must win, no. For me, it's just another game, get the performance right, and then the results will come. We've done our bits in terms of the management and the hierarchy of where we need to get to in terms of points return. The players are coming in and playing Torquay. 11 lads against 11 lads come 7:45. We need to ensure that we're better than them all over the park. And if we do that, we get 3 points. We know exactly where we're at, how the buffer is in terms of from us to 8th position. It's another game on the roster. That's all it is. It's the biggest game. Why? Because it's the next game. And I know you hate me for that. You like looking forward to different clusters of games. No, the biggest game was Saturday against Eastleigh. The next game against Torquay is now our biggest game. And the focus is isolating where we think we can hurt them and ensuring that we get another clean sheet. That's our base at the minute. 6 clean sheets in our last 7 is fantastic. We've had 5 wins and a draw in our last 7. To have 16 points from our last 7 games is fantastic. We need to continue that run. And that's what we'll be exactly doing come 7:45 tomorrow.
Yeah, and then just finally, obviously you mentioned there the form coming into the running now where it almost feels like every game is important. How do you maintain that positive form within the squad?
With the competition we've got, I've got to be honest with you, people are knocking on my door on a daily basis and I'm loving it because I remember when I've won divisions and I've been in dressing rooms that you don't know when your shirt's safe. And I think that drives standards. So the competition in the group is fantastic. The togetherness in the group is fantastic. There's a drive, there's a belief, and that's driven from myself and the staff. I feel that for me, we need to continue just doing what we're doing, remaining consistent, remaining level-headed. But I have to say the competition in the group is fantastic. To have the likes of Eric O'Souza and Will Evans not in a squad, to have David Stevens on loan, to have a bench of Mark Ricketts, Josh Rees, Danny Newton, Tyrone Marsh and Dion Kelly-Evans, it shows you the level of personnel we have in our ranks. I may make changes tomorrow because I may look to freshen things up. I've got no qualms or have any issues with any one of them boys that's on the bench or was in the stand on Saturday to go into the team on Tuesday night and deliver on a performance. But I genuinely think that's what's driving standards. People want to play football and they need to ensure that they're playing at a level to remain in the side. So that's what I feel has been our purpose and what will drive us now to the end of the season.
Yeah, and just finally, in terms of those 2 players you just mentioned, Erico and Will, both weren't in the squad. Are they recovering from injury? How are they feeling at the moment?
Yeah, look, both are touch and go for tomorrow. I'll be honest with you. One's probably closer to returning than the other. I'm not going to give Torquay or Gary Johnson any more than that. But for me, like I said, you lose a Will Evans on the morning of the game and you gain a Mark Ricketts. You lose an Eric O'Souza and you gain a Dion Kelly-Evans. The squad we've got, and I've said it to my chairman, I believe in this squad. I think they're a great bunch of lads. I genuinely think what they're doing at the minute has been fantastic. We need that to continue. I'm not getting above my station. Like I said to you, when we beat Southend, you asked me on the Friday, no, we just won a game. And when we lost to Solihull, no, we just lost a game. Never too high, never too low. We just need to ensure that we are consistent and we are level-headed and we go into every game like an underdog. And that's how we go from now to the end of the season.